What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from the Burley Oak Brewing Company, and they are out of Berlin, Maryland, and this is their triple blackberry blackcurrant dream. So this is an Imperial Sour Ale that is brewed with blackberries, black currants, and lactose. Comes in at 9% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 1 month old, and I want to give a huge thanks and a shout out to a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Alex, for hooking me up with this one. Thank you very much, good sir. I will post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Alex sent my way. Now, I don't know what order I'm going to post all these reviews in, but this is the last beer from the beer mail that Alex sent to me. So once again, thank you very much, Alex, for all the goodies. They were all really fun to review, and a lot of them were quite delicious. Now, full disclosure, this one is already cracked open. Why? Because about half of the beers that Alex sent to me gushed out of the can. They didn't really explode, but they gushed. And as you can see remnants here on the tablecloth from the Dewey Beer Company and Imprint Beer Company collaboration, which was their chocolate cheesecake fudge. Now, I'm reviewing both of these beers in a single day. I reviewed the chocolate cheesecake fudge a couple hours ago, so you can see the stains here. I'm going to have to wash the tablecloth, so I figured that because that one kind of gushed, I would crack this one open in front of me, and I did. I cracked this over a sink, and it didn't explode. The Burley Oak the mango lassi dream that kind of gushed a little bit. So I was thinking maybe this one would, considering the craziness of this beer. It didn't, but I did open it off camera, and I have not poured it yet. So all I did was open it over the sink, and then I was like, wow, okay, it didn't gush. I'll come and review it, and here we are. So I'm gonna pour this into the Medusa glass, try to get all of the beer in there, and here we go. That looks crazy to me. Ooh, so maybe I should have poured it off camera too and just let it sit for a while, because definitely quite carbonated. We'll see if we're all right with this. Well, we will see how this goes. Anyway, that pours out this really deep purple color, very turbid and murky. Try to combine the two words, and I always fail because I'm terrible. But yeah, that looks crazy, like almost like a deep purple, almost like, I don't know, just looks fantastic. The head is a straight on purple, maybe like a very dark pink. Bigger bubbles with smaller, compact bubbles. Looks kind of soap sudsy. It's dissipating pretty rapidly. But yeah, does that look like something that's an Imperial Sour Ale at 9% with blackberries and black currants? You bet your bottom dollar. Pour a little bit more in here. Now, you know what? I'm going to get the aroma, and then I'll pour more in, and then we'll try it for the taste. That fucking smells dynamite. Holy shit. I'm just going to get lost in the aroma here, okay? Wow. So the one thing I've noticed about black currants, and full disclosure, I don't think I've ever had a black currant in my life, like an actual black currant, just the fruit itself. I don't think I've ever had one. If I had, it was probably when I was younger, and I don't remember it. But one thing I get with black currants, and this is then like the third or fourth beer that has black currants in it, I get like a spiciness to it. Yeah, definitely spiciness, but holy fuck, is this jammy blackberry all day, every day. I love blackberries. This is like this is blackberry jam in a glass. It smells sweet, it smells jammy, it smells fruit smoothie-esque, but then there's a really nice firm tartness from the berries. Pour a little bit more in here. Try to get as much as possible in here, because a lot of times the sediment drops to the bottom and you'll get a completely different beer. Yeah, black currants that are somewhat spicy, slightly jammy. The blackberries that are straight on blackberry jam. The lactose is adding, I think, just the sweetness. Probably going to add and enhance the mouthfeel of this one. Not really getting any vanilla like a lot of times I do with lactose. Oh, it smells fucking good. This smells like the best beer that Alex sent my way. And I'm not surprised. I thought it was going to be, and I still think it's going to be. Yeah, it's like straight up jam at the end of this can. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much more to say. I'm going to work my way through this head and give it a taste here. So thanks again, Alex, and cheers to everyone. That is fucking, oh my God. Looking everywhere but the camera, because let me compose myself for a second. Just let me compose myself. Just let me just breathe. Let me go back in. All right, first off, 5 out of 5. I don't fucking have to say anymore. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 beer. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. This is the best, hands down, no questions asked. Come at me, bro, as people would say. I don't know if they'd actually say that, but the best blackberry beer I have ever had in my life to date. One thing I used to do as a child, and this is where I think it kind of just resonates with me. My grandma had a camp in northwest Pennsylvania. I'd go down there a couple weeks in the summertime per year during summer vacation as a child. And a good friend of mine, Aaron Doucette, always used to bring out the tasting note field berries, like nondescript field berries. And the nondescript field berries that I would have as a child back at my grandma's camp was blackberries. There would be blackberries all over the place. And this is just reminding me of my childhood, but it also reminding me of how fucking delicious blackberries can be. And when you're pulling them off, just in the field, just ripping them off and eating them, and how fresh they are, the ripened ones, it's just fucking so crazy how good they are. And this is all the jammy blackberry that I've ever wanted in my life. You can taste the seeds of the blackberry. It's just like someone took blackberries and crushed them up, and they're in your glass. It's fucking superb. The body on this one's higher side of medium, lower side of full. The only knock on this beer is maybe the body isn't as like thick and pulpy as some of these fruit smoothie beers that you see or whatever, but I don't fucking care. I don't care. The mouthfeel, soft, smooth, slightly creamy from the lactose. There's good carbonation here. All that jammy blackberry hits you first half of the palate. Midway through the palate, there's a firm tartness that kind of grips you. This isn't sour, but it's tart. And then the black currants come in, and those are, again, a little bit of like this weird, like nondescript. How many times can I use the word nondescript? I don't know. How many times I'm going to use it? Maybe 20, maybe 30. I don't know. There's this nondescript like spiciness that I get with black currants. As far as the beers that I've had like I said, 3 or 4 different beers I've reviewed on the channel, black currants, and I get the spiciness. And I'm getting it here midway through the palate. Then it finishes with a nice residual sweetness. Still a firm tartness, a little bit of an acidic kind of vibe. No bitterness to speak of. Slight dryness, but this is so good. A beer like this makes me understand how Burley Oak gets, the hype, the reputation they do of making beers like this. This is fucking phenomenal. This is listen, you'll have the debate with people are like, you see it now with the 450 North stuff, right? 450 North, their ABVs didn't match what they were listing on the can, and they're trying to make it right now, and a lot of people still trolling them and whatnot. And I get it. Like, listen, they were charging exorbitant amount of prices for something that maybe was like, 3% fruit juice. I get it. You get a beer like this, though, and a lot of people will be like, is that even beer? And at the end of the day, yes, this is beer. It was fermented. There's malt in here. The base of this beer is like a huge sour ale. There's a lot of probably, malted barley in here. And it's a beer. But they're adding fruit puree and whatnot. So it becomes like a kind of a hybrid of a beer and like a fruit smoothie, right? This is a beer, and it's a fucking delicious one. Now, there's a lot of people that probably wouldn't like something like this. Myself, I love old school purist style of beers. I do. But I also love the new school hazies and the fruited sours and the pastry stouts. I love it all. I can be a guy that can sit there and drink a Kolsch. I'll drink the shit out of a Kolsch and I'll enjoy every single second of it. But then I'll drink a beer like this and enjoy it in a different way. And this is a beer that you tell me the name of it's a triple blackberry blackcurrant dream, and I'll say fucking right it is, because it totally is. And I love this beer. This is a 5 out of 5. This is the first 5 out of 5 that I've given now in 2020, relatively early into the, actually, is it the first beer I gave? I might have gave the pineapple creamsicle from Beer Tree. I also gave 5 out of 5. So a couple 5 out of 5s, but this is one of the first fruited sours that I gave a 5 out of 5 to. But, at the end of the day, this is just this is next level, upper echelon, fucking fantastic fruit smoothie beers. This is what this is. And it's not too sweet. A lot of the fruit smoothie beers can just be too sweet, almost like you're drinking a fruit smoothie, like for real. This one, though, has enough of a firm tartness and not a cloying aspect to the sweetness that I think is fucking delicious. One thing I haven't touched on yet, and this is going to be like a 15-minute review, whatever. I'm just kind of going off on a tangent. And at the end of the day, this is delicious. But one thing I didn't touch on was 9%. No fucking way. And I'm pretty sure Burley Oak is correct with their ABVs. And if they are, then yeah, this is phenomenal. I can't tell you this is like a touch over 5 or 6. Cut somewhere in that range. Yeah. Thank you very much, Alex. I don't know if I'll ever get my hands on Burley Oak beers again. I don't trade a lot, and if I do, it's usually with other beer tubers and things of that nature. But if I get my chance to get some more beers, whether it's from Alex or whatever, somebody else, I know the guys over at 21090 love their stuff. I want to get my hands on more Burley Oak beer because I love reviewing them. They're fun to try, and when there's as delicious as this fucking beer is, yeah, it makes everything that much more enjoyable. So, triple Blackberry Blackcurrant Dream from Burley Oak. Like I said, 5 out of 5 right from the get-go. 5 out of 5 all day for me, and I love this one. So, price and availability, $24 a 4-pack, and brewery only. Oh, fuck, I don't fuck $6 can, I don't care. I'd probably pay $8 a can for this. That's how good this beer is. This is just, if Burley Oak was like right down the street from me or within like a half an hour, maybe even an hour, that means kind of like Mortalis. Mortalis hour, half hour, 40 minutes away from my house. Yeah, I would be frequenting there at least every month or two and trying out their beers. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up. Sorry, I do apologize for the longer review and kind of the rants and whatnot, but this beer just kind of, I'm reminiscing of my childhood, but also just like talking a bit about these beers and, how some people say they're not beer, other people say they totally are. And, listen, it's beer. It definitely is. And it's a fucking delicious beer, and it's 5 out of 5. So once again, thank you very much, Alex, not only for this beer, but for all the beers you sent my way. You went above and beyond anything that you just was like, hey, I want to send you some beers, and you did. And yeah, I cannot thank you enough for all the beers, especially this one though. This is the best of the bunch you sent my way, and I'm enjoying the rest of the 12 ounces that I have. Enjoy every second of it. And thanks to everybody out there stopping by for another beer review. Well over 700 reviews by the time this review will drop. And yeah, I don't know why you guys watch, but I appreciate you doing so because that's the whole point of beer tubing is kind of the back and forth. As a good friend of mine, a fellow beer tuber, DJ over DJ BrewTube says. It's a quid pro quo where you go back and forth. That's the whole point of this, sharing your experiences. I want to hear what you think about this beer if you had this one before. I'm telling you what I think about it. And that's what makes BeerTube fun, at least to this guy. So appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.